Hello and welcome back to the Football Pyramid, our quiz show where we ask two contestants 8 questions of ascending difficulty to see how far they can rise up the English football pyramid from the National League at the bottom to the pinnacle, the Champions League. Champions are two contestants today. We've got Chris Hamill and Henry Hill back for more. Welcome, boys, and you'll each be given 3 lifelines. 50-50, request a clue, and super sub, where you can call a friend for advice on the answer. Get an answer right and you move up a level of the pyramid. Get one wrong and you drop down a level. Let's see who ends up on top. Welcome aboard, boys. Henry, your last display, probably not your best, but you're back in today. Feeling confident of a revival?
You know what? It's like Aston Villa last year in the Prem. This could either go really well or I could get absolutely trounced again. I'm not sure. There were a lot of calls for me to be fired after the last show, so
rightly so.
Yeah, it can't get any worse. And with my manager Chris on board, it should be quite good.
Fair enough. Yeah, it wasn't your best, but you know the only way is up, as they say. Chris, you're going for your second clean sweep. Are you feeling like today could be the day, the first person to potentially complete it?
I feel like I'm on an episode of Downton Abbey with you two featuring. So any opportunity,
I do love Downton.
Any opportunity to trounce someone that I judge to be posh just because they speak the Queen's English, I'm going to take it. So yeah, hopefully I don't just beat Henry, I embarrass him.
Okay, right. I like to hear it. Henry, on that note, Chris is fighting tall. I'm going to give you the coin toss in response. I'm flipping it now. Would you like heads or tails?
Heads, please.
It was tails. Chris, would you like to go first or second?
Go on then, always got to set the tempo. I'll go first.
Okay, here we go. Chris, you're kicking us off with Gwigwi1709's question. And it's what number is on the front of Chelsea's new kit? A3, B5, C7 or D10?
As much as I like the idea of Chelsea being sponsored by Channel 5, I'm going to go for 3, do again.
3 is correct. No Channel 5 at the moment. Well done. No errors. Henry, let's see whether you can kick off equally well. Your question comes from Robin Watts96. And it's which manager is the author of the following hit football novels? Sweeper, striker and defender.
Legend.
Is it A, Neil Warnock, B, Ian Holloway, C, Steve Bruce or D, Sean Dyche?
I have no idea.
Oh no.
What? Normally it's like, where does Arsenal play football? Highbury. Normally, I mean, not even Highbury.
It's not Highbury, is it?
Have you not seen this? Have you not seen this on Twitter? I do feel bad. I thought this was so obvious.
I've no idea. All right. Can I have my clue? Can I have my clue, please? And this better be a good clue for once.
Your clue is. Your clue is his team finished 13th in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, that should be Newcastle United, shouldn't it? Steve Bruce.
So, are you locking in Steve Bruce?
Oh, don't because I'm just trying to think where Burnley finished. No, they were definitely higher. Oh, Doogie, I'm having like a mild heart palpitations here.
Normally we wait till you get to the championship for this.
Steve Bruce, go for it.
Locking it in. Correct. Well done, Henry.
I don't think there's ever been a better start to an episode of the Football Pyramid than that.
Oh, Chris, you don't understand that after last time, I don't need this. Okay. Right, go crack on. It's 5 minutes in. We haven't even done League 2.
Right, on that note, Chris, League 2, your question comes in from Adita Jar, and it's which city held the 2005 Champions League final?
Ooh.
A, Rome, B, Madrid, C, Munich, or D, Istanbul?
Oh, right, of course. This is much easier than I first thought. Yeah, Istanbul.
Correct, well done. Sorry, we've got to motor through now, because as Henry says, it could be a 45-minute episode otherwise. Henry, your question comes in from Kenzo_NK. Who is the current Napoli manager? Simone Inzaghi, Maurizio Sarri, Gennaro Gattuso, or Carlo Ancelotti? And you only have 2 lifelines.
Yeah, thank you, Doogie. Good reminding me. Yeah, good hostel duties always. It's Gennaro Gattuso.
Correct. Well done. Error-free on that. It was just a blemish at National League level, seemingly. Yep. Chris, your question at League One level comes in from Silvio Barnes.
Yeah.
And it's who managed Bayern's treble-winning side of 2012-13? A, Pep Guardiola, B. Jupp Heynckes, C. Carlo Ancelotti, or D. Jurgen Klinsmann?
Jupp Heynckes.
Well done. Into the championship he goes. Solid start from Chris. Let's see whether Henry can join him in the championship. Henry, your question comes in from Scar_D Swami. And it's, which club has Zlatan played for twice in his career? A. Malmo, B. Inter Milan, C. Barcelona, or D. AC Milan?
It's AC Milan.
Locking that in?
Yeah.
Correct. Well done. Recovering very nicely. Well done, boys. Both in the championship. Good stuff. Chris, your question at championship level comes in from Ed_Jackson. And it's, who is Inter Milan's all-time appearance maker? A. Javier Zanetti.
Yeah,
B.
Zanetti.
Giuseppe. You locking that in?
Yeah.
Correct. Well done. I like that. That's the first time anyone's ever done that. That's very ballsy.
I would suggest that's poor form. You know, Doogie's got one job to read out the question. Let him do it. All right, Chris.
No, I like it. People,
Well,
are
we're
saying
making We're making it for lost time, aren't we, Henry, you dick?
people have had quite enough of me reading out the questions. I think this is good. Henry, your question comes in from Janez, and it's, which footballer was known as the Divine Ponytail? A. Andy Carroll, B. Roberto Baggio, C. Jimmy Bullard, or D. Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
I've never heard Andy Carroll called the Divine Ponytail. Baggio, B.
Locking that in?
Yeah.
Henry, you had your doubts in the championship.
Don't do this again.
But you were right. You were right. Well done.
As if Andy Carroll's done enough to earn that nickname. You've lost your head, mate.
Well, I got it right, didn't I, Chris? I know what your issue is. Right, let's keep going.
Chris, in the Premier League, your question comes in from Pietro, and it's, after Cristiano Ronaldo, who is Portugal's second top scorer of all time?
Good question.
A. Pauletta, B. Helder Postiga, C. Eusebio, or D. Luis Figo? And you have all three lifelines remaining.
Woof, that is a good question. Pauletta, PSG legend. Did he do it on the international stage? Portugal were pretty bush in that era. Oh, Christ. In my head, it could feasibly be all of them. Probably one of the latter three. Most probably Eusebio. I will use a clue, please.
Your clue is, I'm best known for a spell at PSG between 2003 and 2008.
Wow, Pauletta. 2003. Just to double check that. I don't think anyone else played for PSG. Luis Figo,
locking that in?
Eusebio, no. Helder Postiga, no. Wow, the one I dismissed. Really interesting. Pauletta it is then.
Chris, you're in the Premier League. You used the clue, and it was a great use of the clue. Well done. You're into the Europa League. Really good use of the clue, that, from both of you, actually.
I had no idea. That's good, Chris. Fair play.
Henry, your question at Premier League level comes in from Harry.Smith45. And it's, what was Harry Kane's number before it was 10 at Spurs? A. 18, B. 19, C. 21, or D. 22? Now, I don't know what you like with shirt numbers, but I personally find them really difficult. So best of luck.
I think it's 18, but absolutely no clarity in that. I'm going to call Danny Pate right now. Right, okay. Sonny it is. Cheers, Danny.
Right.
Lost in his editing, no doubt. Right.
Come on, Mr. Snellen.
Hello?
Oh, Sonny.
Here he is.
Thank goodness. Guess what? You're live on the Football Pyramid.
I was in the middle of eating something.
Eating something? Well, scoff it down. We've got business to attend to, all right? Listen.
I'll do it.
Listen, Sonny. This is the Football Pyramid. It's a question about Tottenham. It's do you know what Harry Kane's shirt number was before it became whatever it is now?
Number 10.
Yes, I do.
What was it?
18.
18, which is, incidentally, what I said I thought it might be. Are you sure on that? Because the options were like 18, 19, 20, 21. Are you sure it was 18?
I'm definitely sure, because one of my, what's it called? One of my account, email things when I was, a bit younger, a couple of years ago, it was 1018. So I'm
Love that.
100% sure.
Mine was Henry Hill the Knight. Oh, as in the next king.
Oh, was it? Yeah, well, is that going to happen?
Wait.
Guys, we don't have enough time for
all right.
this.
You wrap this up, you virgin.
What is going on? Henry,
All
are you
right,
locking that in?
18.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
All right, locking in 18. Wait a minute, we'll see if we got it right.
Henry.
Yep.
Okay.
You called Danny, he didn't pick up. You called Sonny, he didn't pick up the first time. You got Sonny on the line, he says it's 18, and he was correct.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Sonny, you're a good man. Go back to your lunch. Have a good one. All right.
It's all right. Speak to you,
In a bit. Bye-bye. Oh.
Well done, guys. You're both in the Europa League. You're using your lifelines very effectively. Chris, your question comes in from @thecarp3, and it's how many goals did Messi score when he broke the record for most goals in a calendar year? A, 89, B, 90, C, 91, or D, 93. And you have 50-50 or super sub.
Right, I think it's 93. Can I 50-50 it, please?
Yes, 91 or 93.
Oh, balls. Yeah, I'll go 93, dudes.
Locking that in?
Yep.
Chris, you were in the Europa League. You've gone with 93. And I'm afraid you were wrong. It was 91.
Oh dear.
Commiserations. That was, 50-50. You've gone with the wrong one. It happens. Let's see how Henry progresses with his question, though, which comes in from I Am Choppy. And it's who scored Brazil's goal in their 7-1 defeat to Germany at the 2014 World Cup? A. Hulk, B. Willian, C. Ramirez, or D. Oscar?
The answer is D. Oscar.
Locking that in?
Yes.
Very decisive. Well done, Henry. Into the
you.
Champions
Thank you.
League
Thank
somehow. After a sticky start. I don't know how you've done that, really.
I don't know what the problem was, really. Just I've chilled out now. Good to go.
Did you just knew that?
I remember you sort of like sidestepped someone and kind of went in the middle of the goal, if I remember
It was
correctly.
a lovely goal, actually.
Yeah, it was a good
Lovely.
goal.
Well remembered. Okay. You're on for the clean sweep. Chris, you're in the Premier League and your question comes in from Josh. Just Josh. Which of these players has not played for England at senior level? A. Mark Noble, B. Tom Cleverley, C. Carlton Cole, or D. Dominic Solanke?
Has not played for England at...
Not played for England at senior level.
So hasn't got an England cap for the first team.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's famously Mark Noble, isn't it?
Locking that in?
Yeah.
Correct. Well done.
Come on.
Back into the Europa
Cole
League.
Cole's got a cap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
madness.
got quite a few actually off the bench.
Legend. He scored the worst goal I've ever seen a Celtic striker score. I think it was against Inverness. It literally hit him on the arse cheek as he did a forward roll over.
Love that. I forgot he went to Celtic.
Dot
Right,
time.
Henry. You are 2 questions away from completing the show. Your Champions League question comes... And who would have thought it? Not me. Your question comes in from @TylerPeak. And it's who scored the 20,000th Premier League goal? A. Rafael van der Vaart, B. Mark Albrighton, C. Matthew Jarvis, or D. Johan Cabaye?
Ooh, big. I mean, there's nothing that sticks out there really. I feel like I'd have known about that if Van der Vaart did it. Johan Cabaye, you say?
Yeah. He was one of the options.
I still believe that you choose the 50-50 based on the way that I kind of go through the options. So I'm gonna not say anything now. I'm just gonna say 50-50 and see what you give me.
Sure. They are pre-wrestling, but if you don't believe me, whatever. Mark Albrighton or Matt Jarvis are your 2 options.
Oh my god, 2 equally
Nondescript footballers, yeah.
Put some respect on Mark Brighton's name, you scumbags.
All right. On that basis, I will put some respect to Michael Brighton's name and say him.
You going with Mark? Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
Henry, you were 2 questions away. You've gone with Mark Albrighton, and now you're just 1 away, Henry. You can complete the show. What is going on? I don't know. Mental.
I think
Right.
what you're meant to say is good use of the lifeline. Well done. Why don't you?
Yeah, good use of the lifeline.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Chris, you're in the Europa League. This is your final question.
Yes.
Your question comes in from Vikram Iyer, and it's which active player has won the FA Cup the most times? A. Theo Walcott, B. Olivier Giroud, C. Aaron Ramsey, or D. David Silva? And you've got super sub.
Okay, initial thoughts is that it's Giroud. Aaron Ramsey and Theo, of course, won it an awful lot at Arsenal with Giroud. Would they have won previous ones where Giroud wasn't involved? When did he arrive from Montpellier? 2013, 2012, 13, 11, 12? How do I ring George? We have this.
Do you want me?
Yes,
to ring
please
him?
ring him for me. We have this fucking problem every time I'm on.
Also, all those calling out for George to get on the show, I think he's coming on next week.
Yes, Georgie boy.
Come on.
Hello.
Hi, George. You know what it's about, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're trying to help out Hamill. It's his final question. It's which active player has won the FA Cup the most times? Walcott, Giroud, Ramsey, or David Silva? He likes it.
Well, it's not David Silva. I don't know, you know.
Shit.
Is this the final lifeline? Can you not use another one?
Yeah, no, he's used all his other lifelines. He's in the Europa League. He's lost already. No, actually, no, he hasn't necessarily. But yeah, any help whatsoever is much appreciated.
Might have to take a leap of faith.
My instinct is Ramsey, but then Walcott wouldn't have... I don't know. My instinct says Ramsey.
All right, thanks, George.
He was there the whole time, but so was Walcott, so it's either way, really.
Chris, what do you reckon?
I mean, that was pretty much my thinking. Like, they wouldn't have won it without one another. Giroud, Ramsey, Walcott. I think this question's...
Well, it is a little bit because Ozil has also won the same amount as this player, but he's not included, so that's my bad. But it doesn't matter for this question. It's who's won the most out of these.
I'll say Ramsey if he's still worried about it.
Yeah, I'll go Ramsey. I'll go
Walcott
just to
might
bring
miss the
this
last one.
torturous show to an end. I'm gonna go Ramsey.
Chris, you were in the Europa League. You've gone with Ramsey, and I'm afraid you're wrong. It was Olivier Giroud because he won that one with Chelsea a couple of years ago. Last year.
What?
Did he?
Yeah. You know when Eden Hazard scored that penalty against Man United?
Oh,
mind. Anyway,
I completely forgot
Thanks
about
very
that
much
one.
for your time, George.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
Bye-bye.
Fair play.
Yeah, but I do apologise because Ozil has also won the same amount as Giroud, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I will make an effort to try and make these questions as accurate as possible.
No
But
worries, mate. No bad feelings from me. All good vibes.
Thank you very much. Right. Now we get the opportunity in this enormous marathon of a show to see whether Henry can complete it.
Come on, Henry.
Who would have thought it? Your
Yes.
question actually doesn't come in from anyone. It was actually written by me.
Great.
Which could lead to an error. We'll see. In what year was the Bosman ruling passed, allowing players to transfer between clubs for free at the end of their contracts? A. 1989, B. 1993, C. 1995, or D. 1998?
I've read this before. Is 1998 too late?
You know, when I volunteered to do this shoot, I didn't think it'd be an hour long, Henry.
It's not.
Yeah, we need an answer.
I can't believe I've just had to sit and watch you have a. You just had a conference call with George. A conference call. Right. It's either 95 or 98. It's one of those two. We'll go for 95. Lock that in.
You locking it in?
Yeah.
Henry, you were one question away from completing the show. You weren't quite sure. You've ruled out 89 and 93. You've gone with 1995. And you were our fourth ever winner of the Football Pyramid! Congratulations!
Are you serious?
You've won!
Oh my
Well,
god!
mate.
You've completed the show! For a guy who didn't know who wrote such books as striker, defender, and midfielder or something.
What a comeback
You've gone all
story.
the way.
What a rags to riches story.
I told
Henry,
you. Oh,
how are you feeling? Phenomenal.
I'm gonna work really well this week. I'm gonna be busting out top tens. I'm up for it. Oh, I can't believe it. Are you serious?
Yeah, you did it. You did it. You smashed it. Mark Albrighton was a good guest. Good knowledge with Oscar. You used the lifeline well on the Spurs question. Yeah, you just smashed it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Chris, you got up to the Europa League. You know, there was a bit of a weird question about the FA Cup, but you finished in the Premier League. But you've witnessed Henry complete it. I mean, how was it?
I'm proud,
for you?
mate. I'm like a proud dad. Although, you know, my son would never sound like that. So.
Our fourth ever victor of the Football Pyramid. Congratulations to Henry Hill. Get your congratulations in the comments down below. And let me know who, after the hatred he got last time as well.
Yeah.
Let me know who you want to see on the show next week. I think we're going to have to get George on with someone. But let me know who you want to see as his opponent. If you want to get a question in, remember to DM me on Twitter and Instagram. And Chris, what should they go and do now after they finish this marathon?
Tell you what, George has got to live up to expectation now, hasn't he, on this show?
Yeah.
There's a lot
Big
of pressure
sign.
on someone considering he's never featured on it. Head over to Football Daily, where what goes out on Saturdays now? Top 10s. They've been doing really well for us recently, so yeah, click in, enjoy. 10
Nice.
minutes.
Henry, you're going to go put your feet up, something, get a little, crack open a beer. What are you going to do to celebrate?
To celebrate, I might go jump on my housemates and do something like that. I don't know. I mean, they've been rooting for me as much as I've been rooting for them. So
Caviar.
That's just caviar all around. Listen, Chris. Jesus Christ.
Love it.
No, cheers, guys. Thanks very much. Oh, yes.
Top work. Thank you very much guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.